This is for educational use only. Our group is allowing Mr. Roldan Ardines to use this as an educational material.
So this time I will discuss about the peace education. Peace education is a comprehensive approach that aims to cultivate a culture of peace through the understanding of various dimensions of peace, the spheres of human life, and the relationship between humans and the natural environment. It involves acquiring values, knowledge, attitudes, skills, and behaviors to live in harmony with oneself, others, and the natural world. So there are numerous in United Nations declarations and resolutions on the importance of peace. According to Ban Ki-moon in the United Nations of Secretary in General, dedicated the International Day of Peace on 2013 to peace educations in an effort to focus minds and financing on the permanence of peace educations as the means to bring about a culture of peace. Koichiro Matsuura, the immediate past Director General of UNESCO, has written that peace education is of fundamental importance to the missions of UNESCO and the United Nations. Peace education as a right is increasingly emphasized by peace researchers such as B.T. Reardon and the Douglas Roche. There has also been a recent missing of peace education.
Peace education. The primary goal of peace education is producing human beings capable of relating others without resorting to violent conflict resolution strategies. It teaches and promotes the values and skill set needed to prevent violent conflict, resolve conflicts peacefully at all levels of society, and create conditions conducive to peace. So, peace education aims to cultivate individuals who can handle disagreements and conflicts in non-violent ways. It focuses on teaching and promoting key values and skills such as empathy, communication, and problem solving. By fostering these qualities, peace education helps people prevent conflicts from escalating into violence, resolve disputes in a peaceful manner, and build environments that support lasting peace. Essentially, it equips people with the tools to manage and resolve conflicts constructively, thereby contributing to a more harmonious society.
Peace education, a holistic concept. Peace education is an essential framework aimed at fostering a culture of peace through a comprehensive understanding of its various dimensions. This report synthesizes the levels of peace, spheres of human life, and the relationship between humans and the natural environment, particularly in relation to CMO number 1 S 2019. In peace education, it emphasizes the importance of educating youth as agents of change, fostering skills, attitudes, and values that promote nonviolence, justice, and environment stewardship. This holistic approach recognizes the interconnectedness of various aspects of human life and the environment, aiming to challenge the belief that conflict and violence are inevitable. By integrating peace education into schools and communities, it promotes a comprehensive understanding of peace that goes beyond more absence of conflict. This includes practical strategies for conflict resolution, collaborative problem solving, and fostering healthy relationships. Ultimately, peace education aims to empower individuals to envision and work towards a more human-use future, addressing not only personal behaviors but also the structural issues that contribute to violence and discord.
In social peace, it refers to the harmony and coexistence within societies, characterized by the absence of the violence, discrimination, and social injustice. It is achieved through the promotion of social equity, justice, and respect for human rights. And so, also, social peace addresses the root causes of social conflict such as poverty, inequality, and exclusion, and works towards creating more
just an exclusive society. In peace education, social peace is cultivated by teaching values like tolerance, empathy, and cooperation. It involves also promoting dialogue, conflict resolution skills, and the understanding of diverse perspectives, thereby reducing tensions and fostering a culture of peace with communities.
Environmental peace advocate for sustainable relationship with nature, recognizing the environmental degradation can lead to conflict. So, environmental peace, we must sustain our relationship with nature on how we deal on it and maximum importances. And the environmental degradation example is mining. Mining can lead to a great pollution and also deforestation due to the activities. And global peace encompasses international relationship and need for cooperation among nations to prevent conflict and promote understanding. So global peace, we need this global peace in order to avoid conflict among the other country, because this can lead to a good peace and good cooperation. Example, if there are conflict with other country, like what happened in West Philippine Sea, that not only the Philippines react about the issue, but also entire global due to the maritime transportation passage, that it affects the international water, like on how to transport all goods from the other country.
Sphere of human life. Under sphere of human life is cultural diversity. This refers to the variety of cultural or ethnic group within a society. It encompasses different in language, religion, tradition, customs, and values. This diversity is essential for several reasons. Now, cultural diversity promotes respect and understanding. Exposure to various cultures enhances empathy and respect among individuals. When people learn about different tradition and perspective, they are more likely to appreciate the richness of human experience, leading to a more harmonious society. Now, it is vital for society cohesion. A society that embraces cultural diversity is often more cohesive when individuals feel respected and valued for their unique contributions. Now, it fosters a sense of belonging. This inclusivity can reduce tension and conflicts, promoting peace and stability within communities. Now, there are benefits of cultural diversity. First is innovation and creativity. Diverse perspective can lead to innovation, solution, and creative ideas. When people from different backgrounds collaborate, they bring unique viewpoints that can enhance problem solving. Next is economic growth. So in culturally diverse society can attract talent and from around the world, leading to a more dynamic workforce and stimulating economic development. Next is cultural exchange. Engaging with various cultures can lead to cultural exchange that can enrich societies. This can manifest in art, cuisine, music, and tradition, creating a variant cultural landscape. Human rights. Human rights are the basic rights and freedom that belong to a very person, regardless of nationality, sex, ethnicity, religion, or any other status. These are fundamental to ensuring dignity, freedom, and justice. First is fostering awareness and respect. Understanding human rights encourages individuals to recognize their own rights and the rights of their others. This awareness is crucial in promoting a culture of respect and dignity. Now, it promotes empowerment individual. Knowledge of human rights empower individuals to advocate for themselves and others. When people are informed about their rights, they are more likely to stand up against injustices and demand accountability from those in power. Now, this is the benefit of human rights. First is social justice. Upholding human rights help addresses inequalities and injustice within societies. It creates a framework for protecting marginalized group and ensuring equal treatment. Second is peace and stability. Societies that respect human rights tend to be more stable and peaceful. When individuals feel their rights are protected, they are less likely to resort to violence or conflict. The third is global cooperation. Human rights serve as a universal standard that can foster international cooperation. Countries that prioritize human rights often collaborate on global issues such as climate change and humanitarian crisis.
So another spheres of human life is social justice. Social justice, it involves creating a society that is equitable and fair. It requires addressing systematic inequalities and ensuring all of the individuals have access to the resources and opportunities necessary to their development. The principles of social justice advocate for nonviolent methods to resolve dispute and emphasize the importance of human agency in acting social changes. So this perspective aligns with the idea of educators like Paulo Freire, who championed the empowerment of marginalized communities through education and active participation in societal transformation. So, spheres of human life. Under the spheres of human life is conflict resolution. Conflict resolution emphasizes interest-based approaches rather than power dynamics. So these traditional methods often exacerbated tensions, leading to win or lose outcome. In contrast, interest-based methods focus on collaboration and understanding, promoting dialogue, mediation, and community building. This approach seeks to transform conflicts by addressing the root causes, fostering relationships that prioritize mutual interest and over adversarial positions.
Relationship between humans and the natural environment. First up, we have sustainability. Educating individuals about sustainable practices to protect natural resources and promote coexistence with nature. So in order to maintain our environment, we must provide all the needs that we need to give to the environment, such as fertilizers and many more. And second up is environmental justice, addressing the disproportionate impact of environmental issues on marginalized communities, linking social justice with environmental stewardship. Interconnectedness. Understanding the human well-being is deeply tied to the health of the planet, fosters a sense of responsibility towards environmental conservation. Interconnectedness. This is the understanding of human well-being to another species or elements that the planet has in order to preserve or conserve.